How's everyone doing? Today I have a Blu-ray collection update with 6 pickups. And if you've seen any of these movies or TV show, definitely let me know what you think of them and let me know which one is your favorite. Leave me those comments down below, covering up so it can be a surprise right here. But it's an eclectic mix in here. I've got horror, comedy, drama, some family, and, classic too in here. So let's go ahead and get into it. First up is ChromeSkull, Laid to Rest 2. This is directed by Robert Hall, who sadly passed away last year. He's been around for a long time. I remember he did, he worked on Buffy. He did like makeup effects and, practical effects, special effects and stuff like that. And he had Almost Human, and then I think it was Post-Human, where his makeup and special effects. And he did that for a long time, and then he directed some films too, ChromeSkull, which I feel like it had mixed reviews. I liked it, but it was rough around the edges. I wanted to see more from it, and I remember having mixed feelings on this one. I watched this a while ago, but I was able to get this for really cheap, so I wanted to revisit it. It has Danielle Harris in here, Brian Austin Green, and I remember the kills being awesome, but wanting more from the story. I feel like that was kind of like the same way for the first one, but I feel like that actually kind of worked. So ChromeSkull, he had his little camera on his shoulder filming the kills too, which I thought was kind of cool and inventive. But then the ChromeSkull right there was just really cool. And I want to say, is it Nick Principe is the guy in here? But he was really good as ChromeSkull. I believe that's on the back. It's really minute writing down there. But yeah, he did a movie called Lightning Bug, Robert Hall, which was, I think, loosely based on his life growing up and then wanting to get out of that small town to become work on horror movies and stuff like that. So he did that. He saw his dream come true. But definitely sad that he passed away, because I feel like he had a lot more to do and to give. So I'm looking forward to revisiting this one. And again, I remember having mixed feelings on it, but Danielle Harris is in here. She's awesome. A few other recognizable people, again, besides the two that I mentioned. But hopefully it'll be better this time around. Sometimes, I watch a movie and it depends on, your mindset, who you're watching with as well. Different factors. There's been some movies that I remember watching that I hated it, and then I watched again, and then I ended up loving it. And then vice versa. There's a lot of movies that I loved as a kid, and now I rewatch, and I was like, why did I ever like this? But I feel like depends on your, your mindset, who you're watching it, all that kind of different things can add to the viewing factor. But next up is Tag, which I remember watching this too, and I remember having a fun time for it. It's just silly, goofy fun, turn off your brain and just enjoy it for what it is. And it's just a group. It's based on a true story. A group of friends. They've been playing this game of tag for 30 years. And there's this one guy who's undefeated. And he's going to get married and he wants to retire from the game. And you've got a really fun cast in here. Jeremy Renner, John Hamm, Leslie Bibb, Rashida Jones, Isla Fisher, Hannibal Buress, Annabella Wallace, Jake Johnson, and Ed Helms. So, yeah, definitely an eclectic. I want to say, is Lil Rel in here too? I think he is, but it's been a while since I watched this one. And actually, it's 4 years since this one came out, so time flies. But I just remember being silly fun, just all out, ridiculous, comedy action. They're chasing each other, trying to play tag. But it was a fun time. You know what you're getting yourself into with this movie just by, the synopsis of it. And I think the cast really works well, their interactions. So looking forward to revisiting this one. Next up is I've got 2 Benji movies. This one's actually a short. It was nominated for an Emmy. It was a 1978 special. And there's a bunch of Benji movies. I want to say there's 6 full-length movies, and then I think there's a TV movie, and then 3 or 4 shorts, specials, TV specials, and then there was a series and 2 documentaries. So there's a lot of love for Benji. There was a Benji remake a few years ago. I want to say 4 years ago. And then this one is actually a newer one. This is Benji Off the Leash from 2004. And then this one is 1978. So you can see how long Benji's been around. There was a Benji takes a dive into marine world or something like that. Benji goes to work. A bunch of different Benji, short TV specials. But yeah, I remember Benji being a fun family film. And there's so many different offshoots of it. I had no idea there was that many. So I might have seen this one when I was younger, but I've never seen this one. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. It's, a dog and family friendly movie. Those dog movies really pull at my heartstrings. Let me know what your favorite dog related movie is. But yeah, this is a new HD restoration here. So it looks like it's going to be a fun time from Joe Camp. So very nice. And then this one has a slipcover too. These are Mill Creek releases. For a long time, Mill Creek was known for like budget buys and stuff like that. You get those huge multi-packs, 50, 100 films, and they were, really, a lot of public domain stuff, and they were inexpensive, but they've really upped their game. They've done a lot of these beautiful slipcovers, like the retro VHS slipcovers are awesome. And I've been saying this for ages. If it was another company releasing them, say Shout Factory or Scream Factory, those would be like $25 movies minimum, if not, more. And now, with Mill Creek, they're 10 and under. So you have to really appreciate them. And then their TV game was always strong, but I feel like even that's evolved too. Their packaging has become amazing for their TV releases. So some Benji films, some family fun, dog movies. Again, I'm a sucker for any, heartwarming family or not the sad dog movies. I feel like I love a lot of the sad dog movies. Was the Art of Driving the Rain was a recent one that I watched. It was really good. Dog's Purpose. Those ones just really get me right here. So I'm a sucker for those ones. So I had to pick those ones up. Some Benji ones. And I want to see if there's more of these Benji ones on Blu-ray. I know there's some on DVD, but I'd love to see, a complete collection with everything. Next up is an Olive signature release, which I'm so sad that, Olive doesn't release films anymore. And, they had this Olive signature line, which is like their premium line. And then they released like a few of them. But then I feel like they just stopped releasing, which was a real bummer. And I didn't notice initially this one has a little bit of damage right there. I'm a little bummed by that. Looked like there was some glue or something that took off some of the paper. So beautiful release right here. I've never seen this one. I do want to check it out. And this is The Bells of St. Mary with Ben Crosby and Ingrid Bergman, and it's produced and directed by Leo McCarey, who he directed Love Affair, An Affair to Remember, a lot of affairs. And I know he did, there's a few other ones that he did too, and it's probably not going to tell me on the back. I feel like certain releases, certain companies like Twilight Time, I miss them. They would have just such a beautiful setup of, all the technical aspects of the year, the language, all that kind of stuff right here. You could just easily find, so easily accessible. And they don't always have that for other companies. Like the writing of this is very minute. The Twilight Time is bold, easy to find. And they would have blurbs too from film critics and stuff. And they would talk about the directors of the works or, the cinematographer, stuff like that. And I feel like they say some stuff right here about, this film was nominated for 8 Academy Awards and talking about what ones. But I don't know. I would have liked a little bit more from that for these special editions. It just makes me think of Twilight Time. But I do love the packaging on here. If I can get the Blu-ray actually out of the case. Holy moly. It's stuck in here. What is going on with this? Is this something to do with that glue right there? All right, I got it. It was just like vacuum sealed in there or something. But let me know what your favorite Ben Crosby movie, your favorite Ingrid Bergman movie. What was the name of that? I'm trying to remember the name of the other Leo McCarey movie, Going Your Way or something like that. That was another really big one. Going My Way. It actually does say it on the back. I just missed it right there. But Going My Way. So they talk about how he reprised the role right there from Crosby, Father O'Malley. And so basically it's just Father O'Malley played by Ben Crosby, and then the main nun, I guess, for this school, played by Ingrid Bergman, and they're trying to save this St. Mary's school, and they butt heads initially, and they finally have to work together and realize that, there's a guy trying to build a parking lot over, take the school. This one looks like it's going to be a bunch of going back and forth. I've heard great things about this film. So I know they did some great releases for Olive Signature as far as the packaging, but also the transfer and special features and things like that. There is a booklet right here. So I'm glad there's no issue. I thought there was because there's that glue issue on the front cover, but it had nothing to do with that. It was just really stuck in there. And they have interior artwork as well. So such beautiful releases. I just wish they were around still and still making these Olive Signature series lines. Makes you think of like Paramount Presents. I hope they keep going for a long time, and I'm glad that they're making 4Ks now too. But there are the special features right there too. So yeah, this is one that I haven't seen, but I've heard great things about, and I do like Ingrid Bergman. I feel like everybody knows her from Casablanca, but she's been in a lot of things, and Ben Crosby, White Christmas, but he's been in a ton of things too. I want to say he's like over 100 acting credits, but he's done a lot of music stuff too. So this looks like it's supposed to be revered as a classic, and Again, just the packaging here I love. I just wish it didn't, I got it with the damage. I didn't see that. Womp womp. But beautiful release. Next up is, this is the final one. This is the TV show. It's Community, the complete series right here. And this one was a really fun one. I felt it was underrated. It was on for 6 seasons, actually. And it's the complete 6 seasons, 110 episodes. And I think this is funny in the bonus features. Commentary on almost every episode. 3 hours of behind-the-scenes featurettes with the cast and crew, deleted extended scenes. Joe McHale, I remember him from like Talk Soup. And of course, Chevy Chase in here too. Ken Jeong. I feel like this in like The Hangover. Like he's been in, I've watched so many movies. And I see him in like all these different roles now that I didn't recognize, like so many different movies that I knocked up. He was a doctor in that one. And there's so many like little roles that I just never noticed before until, you know, now that he's gotten bigger on here. But this introduced me to Jillian Jacobs and Alison Brie, who I really enjoy both of them as actors. Donald Glover is really good too. Childish Gambino. I remember before he got really big with his music. I remember checking him out and finding some good stuff from him. And I think he's talented musically, comedic, acting. So I'm definitely a fan of the people involved in here. I think all the cast really worked well. I feel like I say that a lot. Game of Thrones, all the technical aspects in the world, amazing from top to bottom, but you have to have the right cast. And they did there, and they do here, and the interactions work so well. Just a really hilarious one. And I know this is supposedly based on the creators' like life in community college, and like loosely based on certain characters and stuff too. So yeah, just a really fun one, and happy to have this one now on Blu-ray. And there you go. That's seasons 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And I'll just give you a quick look inside. And it's stacked disc. I would have liked, oh, this is interesting. Season 1, okay, I see it. All right, so it's season 1, season 2, but I would have liked the swing tray. So that's my only complaint, that the discs are stacked. I don't really care for that, but it is Blu-ray, so it has extra coating on there, unlike DVD, which could be scratched more easily. So still, if I'm gonna, you know, minor criticism right there, I prefer the swing trays, but again, really nice to have them on Blu-ray over the DVD. So I wish more TV shows would be on Blu-ray. In fact, I feel like there's so many different ones where they'll release like season 1 and 2 on Blu-ray and DVD, and the rest are just DVD. That bothers me so freaking much, especially when I'm buying them physical media wise. And then you do that to me, and then later they'll do like a whole box of the complete series just on DVD. Give me the Blu-ray, come on. But there you go. Let me know what an underrated TV show that's on currently. There's not a lot of TV shows I watch right now. Yellowstone is pretty much it. I started the House of Dragon, the prequel Game of Thrones one, and I love that so far. Want to see, was the crab maker guy. That guy looks pretty awesome. It makes me think of like the man behind the Iron Mask. But there we go. A really eclectic mix. We've got some horror. We've got some comedy, some family fun right here. Classics. And we've got... this looks like it's going to be a really dramatic, but also some heartwarming aspects to it as well. It doesn't look like it's going to be any romance here, but I feel like they often play in romantic roles. And then we've got Community. So there you go. Those are the 6 pickups. If you've seen any of them, definitely let me know what you think of them, and let me know which one is your favorite. Leave me those comments down below. And you know what? One more question. Give me your favorite dog movie. There's some good ones out there, and I do love depressing, sad movies, and there's a bunch of those dog movies out there too. So there we go. Very interesting mix. Every time I get a few movies, I'll put them over here to make a video, and I was like, wow, this is just a really interesting mix of movies and TV shows right here. So there we go. Let me know what you think. Leave me those comments down below. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care.